open up to page 114 in our EPB. During our last grammar lesson, and I know it's a little dark up there for my in-person learners. During our last grammar lesson, we talked about abbreviations and all the different ways we can abbreviate words. So for numbers 1 through 20, you were supposed to write the abbreviation for each of the words they gave you. So for number 1, doctor, you should have written a capital D, a lowercase r, and a period. For number 2, pound, you should have used a lowercase lb and a period. And some people were asking, why do we abbreviate pound that way? And Mackenzie brought up a good point, the fact that some countries use the pound as a form of currency. And so that's abbreviated, I think, PD or P, either P or PD. So they needed a way to abbreviate pounds as in weight. So that's why they have the LB. Street, number 3, should be a capital S, lowercase t, and a period. Number 4, Mr., that should be a capital M, lowercase r, and a period. Number 5, inch, that should be a lowercase in and a period. Number 6, hour, that should be a lowercase hr and a period. Number 7, Idaho, should be a capital ID, no period. ID, because it's a state. Number 8, August, as a month, you should have a capital A, lowercase ug, and a period. Number 9, a gram, that's just a lowercase g. That's just a lowercase g. Now, if you put a period after that, I would technically accept it because it's kind of confusing because a gram, that's a form of measuring weight. And so if you look back up at the pound, the LB, we have a period with that abbreviation. So if you have a G with a period, that I would accept that for number 9. Then number 10, foot, lowercase ft and a period. Then up at number 11, December, that should be a capital D, lowercase ec, and a period. Number 12, ounce. That one we capitalize as a lowercase oz and a period. Oz. So that one's a little different. Number 13, California, should be an uppercase ca. Number 14, before noon, we use am, so lowercase a, period, lowercase m, period. But I know that some people write it with an uppercase am with no period. So again, if I were to see that, I would probably mark it as correct. Just certain people have certain ways of writing it. So I know that some of you may have been taught a different way of writing it. Number 15, a centimeter, that's a lowercase cm. Number 16, road, that is an uppercase r, lowercase d, and a period. Number 17, governor, that should be a capital G, lowercase ov, and a period. Number 18, Illinois, that's a state, it should be a capital IL. Number 19, South Dakota is a state, that should be a capital SD. And then number 20, afternoon, should be lowercase p, period, lowercase m, period. How do we feel numbers 1 through 20? How do we feel? You can show me on your thumb, you can show me your level of understanding, either way. How do we feel? Okay. Go ahead, put your hands down. Then for numbers 21 through 25, you're supposed to rewrite each phrase and use abbreviations for the italicized words. So, number 21 is an address, 1211 Main Street. And street is abbreviated, so you should have rewritten it as 1211 Main, and then street abbreviated as a capital S, lowercase t, and a period. Number 22 was a date, Saturday, February 23rd. Now in this one, February is italicized, so you should have rewritten it as Saturday, comma, then abbreviated February as capital F, lowercase eb with a period, and then 23 at the end. Number 23, Denver, Colorado. Colorado is italicized, so we needed to abbreviate it, and you should have abbreviated it as capital CO. And notice that we still kept the comma between the city and the state, even though we abbreviated it. 24, 20 ounces of cheese. We should have abbreviated ounces, so you would have rewritten it, and ounces you should have rewritten as a lowercase oz and a period. And 25, Mrs. Tamara Davis, or Tamara. Mrs. is italicized, so you should have rewritten that as capital M, lowercase rs, and a period, Tamara Davis. Go ahead, Frankie. Will.
I just have a question for the letters today.
Mm-hmm.
That
Maybe. I think they just put a random date. At least sometimes put a random date. So then for 26 through 28, you were supposed to write an answer to each question and use at least one abbreviation in your answer. So number 26, how many feet are in 1 yard? You should have written at least 3 and then feet, and abbreviated feet as the lowercase ft with a period. Then number 27, in what city and state do you live? Everyone should have written their city out, but then we all live in the state of Minnesota, so you should have abbreviated Minnesota as a capital MN. And then 28, what is today's date? You could have abbreviated the day of the week, so Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. You could have abbreviated the month, which would have been October, so capital O, lowercase ct, and a period. Jack L. Huh, interesting. So yeah, they did use that date.
Montana.
Or Missouri. That's Missouri. Yep. All right, questions on this one? Questions? All right, let's go ahead. You can close it up for now and take a stretch break, please.